Innovative everywhere. We are SABRIC.
ATM fraud is something that is extremely prevalent in South Africa, which we are constantly being informed to remain alert and aware at all times. And one scam that seems to be gaining in popularity is the Muti scam. So we have SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay back in the loft to chat to us about how we can protect ourselves from these types of scams. Welcome back to the loft, Kalyani.
Thank you, Pelisa.
Kalyani, it seems like these fraudsters will do absolutely anything to gain access to our money. So how are they doing this now with the Muti scam?
Well, what they do with the Muti scam is that they pretend that somebody has actually marked you with a particular device or a particular substance, so they come over and they have somebody who's a part of the syndicate with them that comes over and very gently would put these marks against you, either a black mark or somewhere on your handbag or somewhere or the other on you. And then they alert you to it and they say, oh my gosh, look, the money is now marked. So you sort of got this view already that there's a problem. So they do this so that they can alert you to the fact that, there's a possibility your money is going to be stolen. You need to hand over the money to them so that they can put this money into an envelope, or even at times they've even called people into a car and they've gone in and they've said to them, look, this is what's happened, and you can go ahead and hand over the money to them, and they're going to put it into an envelope and they seal it and they give it back to you and they say to you, put it in your handbag or into your pocket and go home and don't open it until you get home. And of course, you're so terrified about having to lose this money that you don't even realize that there's no money in there. They've actually taken this money. So it's really terrible because that's really what they go ahead and do. They pretend to be somebody who's alerting you to a scam when in fact that in itself is a scam.
They are the scammers themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It seems like they use fear to instill in you.
Yes.
What else can these fraudsters seem to gain from the scam?
Well, look, at the end of the day, what they're trying to do is they're trying to manipulate you into giving them the money. They do whatever they can to make sure they can get hold of that money, put it into an envelope, or go to another place and say to you, look, we're going to put this money into a bag, we're going to give it to you, don't open it. And so basically that's what it is really about, them wanting to scam you into believing that this is now how you're going to be protecting the money. So it's not only about the black note that could be against your bag or against your coat. It could be anything else, but they'll pretend that somebody's actually marked you because, like I say, they are part of a syndicate that has a number of people that are in it, and of course they would get different people to do different things to alert you to the fact that there's this so-called marking
this Muti that you've been cursed with now.
Absolutely.
And why is this type of scam more prevalent over the festive season?
Well, I think it's because they know generally over festive season, people generally would draw more money. People would go and withdraw monies at an ATM, and so they know that people have got money with them. And so it's one of the ways that they can try and get you to give them that kind of money. So really, it's really about you giving them the kind of ability to do that.
So Kalyani, I also believe that you have to arm yourself with tools against certain things. So what should we look out for? What are the warning signs when you are around an ATM and you are around lots of money?
Well, absolutely is never ever to listen to anybody who tells you that. The minute they tell you that your money's been marked, even if you see that there's black marks against your clothes or against your bag or somewhere, just don't believe them at all. It's all part of wanting to make you afraid, to make you to be fearful of the fact that your money would be stolen. So just ignore them. Go away. Don't take your money out in front of anybody at all. Just go away as far as possible from them.
Thank you so much again, Kalyani, for coming by. Now, bank customers continue to fall victim to these type of ATM crimes, which is why we need to always keep alert at all times. Next week, Kalyani is back in the loft to discuss telephonic technical support scams and what we should look out for to avoid these types of scams.